when you have a chance to get someone like Shreyas Iyer out, you cannot drop a catch like that, which was just coming straight onto you. You need to be taking such catches, and look at what Shreyas Iyer has done in this final. He's really hurt New Zealand bad.
He has a very good record, by the way, against New Zealand. I was going through it prior to this match. He's hit 2 centuries against them, and I think 5 or 6 half centuries in ODI cricket. He loves playing against New Zealand. And by the way, of those 2 centuries, one of them came in the 2023 World Cup semi-final, which was, of course, if you remember, a blockbuster innings. I mean, a lot of people remember that match for Kohli's 100 because it was a record-breaking 100. But Shreyas got 170 odd balls in that particular game, and he always loves playing against New Zealand. And it's very poetic in a way, you can say, because Shreyas himself dropped a catch in the first innings. Then he ends up getting dropped and ends up pretty much ensuring that the game was out of danger by the time he did end up getting dismissed. But yeah, it's very surprising to see a New Zealand team drop catches, especially when you consider that in this match, Glenn Phillips took yet another screamer. That man just makes it a habit at this point.
In fact, the reason they were able to pile the pressure on India when, Virat Kohli got out and, the pressure was piling was because they were fielding really well at that point.
Yeah, and the ground fielding at that point, which is worth noting, they were not letting them convert those, quick singles into a 2. They were ensuring
which is what we are known for as well.
Exactly. The Indian team, especially, of course, it helped that there was no Kohli there. But their fielding, you have to give them full marks. They fielded their hearts out. Just that one dropped catch, I think, kind of defines the game. Because if they had got Shreyas at that point in time, the match really could have gone 50-50.
My first thought when the catch was dropped was they have dropped the ICC Champions Trophy.
To quote Steve Waugh,
yeah.
He just dropped the World Cup.
Yeah,
they just dropped the Champions Trophy.
And I have to go back to Shreyas Iyer for the kind of innings that he played. The last time he faced New Zealand, he was bombarded with short balls.
Oh yeah.
He got out playing, skying one up in the air. And today, though, in particular, he kept every short ball that he tried to pull. He deliberately kept tried to keep the ball down when he was pulling. And I think that was a really mature way to get on with a game when you're in an ICC Champions Trophy final and you're being bombarded with a short ball and the opposition is trying to, exploit your weakness. But I think Shreyas showed real maturity today. Albeit, he did try to go for some shots. He miscued. He got a lifeline with that drop catch. But full credits to Shreyas for, tackling the New Zealand bowlers when they were bombarding him and trying to expose him on his weakness.
I mean, he's been working on that weakness a lot as well. It's pretty evident because now he's a lot more comfortable. Previously, I remember it was in 2022 that this started becoming a real issue. It was during the IPL that year when teams realized that he's a little bit susceptible to the short ball. And so people started bombarding him. And it took 2-3 years, even him winning an IPL title, to kind of really move past that issue. But I think he's put in a lot of hard hours in the nets. And you can see that he's more comfortable. He won't always go for the attacking shot. He'll sometimes just look to drag it down, get a single away. Then he'll look to, play his bread butter shots against spinners or against pacers when they'll pitch it up a little bit or pitch it a little wide. So he's worked on that and it's very good to see. And in fact, I remember there were a lot of question marks over him prior to the Champions Trophy because people were like, he had pretty much been exiled because of the contract issues that he had, released from his central contract, refused to play domestic cricket. Then all of that happening, people were like, is it a good idea to recall him? But if you look at his ODI credentials, they've always been solid. Yeah. They've always been solid. So it was no surprise. And I think it's big vindication for him that he's come, played a crucial knock in a final and actually helped India win a trophy. That will be big. It'll help him sleep a little easier at night, let's say.